Hey guys, so welcome back to another video, and it's not a song reaction. This one, I've been keeping an eye on this story because this has been a very interesting development. So, if you guys don't know, there's currently a trial going on over in the US for Live Nation and Ticketmaster. Because, let's face it, with the live events sort of market, they own the monopoly at the moment, and this has been been for a couple of years from what I understand, and it went to trial. And there's been some information come out that's been leaked through Live Nation employees, which has really rocked the boat a little bit. And I've been talking to friends about this, and people have been sort of giving their thoughts on it as well. And obviously, I had my feelings on Ticketmaster's platform. It's a shit show. It's one of the most frustrating things to deal with. I don't like the expensive the tickets are and all the fees and stuff, and I thought I would do a video on this one because it's something that I've been keeping an eye on, and as an avid gig goer, like I go to so many shows and festivals, it's something that I do care a lot about, and I've been keeping tabs on it. So I thought I'd just go through this article, discuss and give my thoughts on it. I'll break it down and I'll give my thoughts on it at the end. This comes from the Independent website. I'll put a link to the original article down below so you check it out. But it goes on to say, Live Nation Ticketmaster trial to resume after 7 states joined the Justice Department settlement. So there was a settlement where the case wasn't going to move forward, but now there's new information that's come to light in the case, and it's basically ongoing. So I don't think there's an actual settlement now. But it goes on to say, more than 30 states will resume their antitrust trial against Live Nation Ticketmaster on Monday after negotiations this week failed to result in many states joining a tentative settlement reached by the Justice Department. So that's quite a big thing. Lawyers told the judge Friday at a hearing in New York that 7 states, Arkansas, Iowa, Mississippi, Nebraska, Oklahoma, South Carolina and South Dakota, all which are Republican attorney generals, were joining the Justice Department settling with the live music giant. The other 32 states plan to continue trying to convince a jury that Live Nation Entertainment and its tickets subsidiary, Ticketmaster, are squelching competition, driving up prices for fans, which is... tickets are ridiculous at the moment. The prices are freaking insane. They say this was done through threats, retaliation, other tactics to control virtually every aspect of the industry, from concert promotions to ticketing. Because they do. They don't just like own certain tours. They own venues. There's promoters and stuff. So there's a whole thing going on with this at the moment. The companies say they do not monopolise their industry, and their artists, sports teams and venues set prices and decide how tickets are sold. Take that with a grain of salt. The jury already began a testimony trial where the US Justice Department, which had taken the lead in suing Live Nation, said it had reached a deal with a company that would save the public money by letting competitors of Live Nation to some ticket markets where they are currently excluded. Because that's the thing, I think what people don't realise, like, Live Nation is like the big one and they own Ticketmaster, it's not the other way around. But they own so much of the market with venues, tours, even artists to an extent are like contracted to them as well. And there's so many different ticket websites like Ticketmaster, TicketWeb, AXS, an up-and-coming one. But a lot of them are through Ticketmaster and Live Nation, and this is the problem where it is a monopolisation of the market. Many states criticised the deal, saying the federal government failed to get enough concession from the company. Testimony was put on hold for a week for more settlement negotiations, but with no breakthrough in sight, Judge Arlen Romanian said Friday the trial would resume. The judge also ruled out Live Nation's objection to trial exhibits in which a company employee several years ago tells another worker from the price Live Nation charges to access the VIP area of a Tampa, Florida amphitheater are outrageous. The customers paying the fees are so stupid, and that I almost feel bad taking advantage of them before writing, but haha. This is what I saw. So I think it was Jesse Lee, who's another content creator for music, and he's killing what he's doing. But he posted this, because I caught wind of this, he posted it on, I think it's Instagram I saw, and it was screenshot of these conversations where basically Live Nation employees are basically mocking us, the fans, the consumers, so they can charge whatever they want, and they almost feel bad for taking advantage of us. Fuck off. So that's rubbed people the wrong way. I don't know who's leaked it. I don't know if this was deliberate, or if there's something else going on where stuff is starting to get leaked now, which is why I think partly this trial has been reopened. Live Nation argued against their inclusion in the trial, saying the employees were making passing references to non-ticket ancillary products such as VIP, club access, premier parking or lawn chair rentals. Sold concert goers to 2 amphitheaters in Florida and Virginia. Yeah, because parking costs over in the States are a joke as well. The judge said the overall fan experience is relevant to the relationship between performers and their customers, and some artists might not want to perform if fans are being charged too much for lawn chairs or other amenities. Submarinians said it was no different than the harm that might incur to the film industry if movie theaters began charging $50 for concessions such as soda candy and popcorn. At a hearing on Tuesday, Live Nation attorney Dan Wall told the judge that the chance all states would sell their claims this week was about zero. So it's quite a lot to divulge there, but I think the biggest reason why this has obviously got to the state it's in is that we know they've owned the market for years, they monopolised it, because let's face it, any band you like, any artist, whether it's a small or a big one, like, you know, where you got like the Metallicas of the world, like sort of the Bring Me Horizons, your Taylor Swifts, those kind of artists, like your Blink-182, Green Days, most of those tours will be done by Live Nation or Ticketmaster, because they own maybe the venues or exclusive to them. So a lot of these smaller ticketing websites, they just don't get a look in, and that's a problem. But they also own venues, artists. They can charge city price for like VIP experiences, like parking and other things as well. And that's what's not sitting right with people. And the fact that employees are mocking us, and now they try to sort of justify it in a way, so it was related to X, Y, or Z. It was like, you're still mocking people buying stuff. And I think it was the Live Nation CEO turn around, it might have been last year, I think, where he said, oh, ticket prices are too cheap. Brother, are you mad? Have you seen the prices of tickets in 2026? Like, I thought they were bad last year, but he says they're too cheap. Are you taking the piss? Like, are you seriously having a laugh? Like, I'm going to see My Chemical Romance, and I begrudge how much it's cost me, but I think it was like, they were going for, what was it, 145, I think, for front pit standing. I remember seeing MCR back in 2011, I swear I paid like 45 quid. Look, you got inflation, obviously that's 15 years ago, whatnot. But it's insane, like, when one band is costing as much as, say, a day festival, like, say, Slam Dunk, for example, or Download, you're like, okay, that's not right. And I feel like we're at a point where they're starting to price people out of going to shows, because the average price of a ticket is freaking ridiculous. Like, I remember when I thought, like, something like £40-45 was expensive. But now, like, you're looking at bands like Shinedown, who I really wanted to see, but I think there's generic ticket price for standing 70 quid, and as much as I love Shinedown, I was like, I can't justify that, because I'm seeing Spirit Box. I think Spirit Box were like 60 odd pound, I think. But obviously it's like the first arena tour, and I was like, okay, yeah, I get that, but when you talk like 90, 100 plus, I mean, I'm not a fan of him at all, but like the Harry Styles ticket prices are freaking obscene, man, because he's doing like a residency in like Wembley over in the UK. Ticket price start from anywhere from sort of like 150, and they go up to something like nearly £1,000. Obviously those are like your VIP experiences or whatnot, but when you're talking about that kind of money for one artist, it's freaking obscene. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Ticketmaster. Like, I've had so many issues. Like, even if you're browsing the website for tickets, if you're on there too much or you visit the website too much, it kind of freezes you out of the account. It's like, what are you talking about? It just like, it thinks you're a bot, but then there's no control for bots either. And, you know, when there's massive pre-sales, bots or scalpers will buy them up, whatnot, and they end up on freaking like Viagogo for like 4 times the face value. Like, I was trying to get a ticket for Hayley Williams, obviously can't because they're not doing resale, but when I was looking on these resale sites and they were going for like £200-300 each, I think they were like £65 a ticket. I'm like, are you taking a piss? And it does ruin it for like the genuine fans. What I don't like, music's becoming a thing of privilege now, live shows, which it never was. Like, they always used to be affordable. Like, I remember like the first gigs I went to back in college, like, I'm pretty sure I saw the Blackout for like £7.50. Obviously I know that was like 20 years ago, but you know what I mean? Like, that's the level where the tickets are gone now. And obviously, some bands you get, like, where you're looking like your Linkin Parks of the world, your Foo Fighters, your Metallicas, you get that they come with a certain price tag. And I don't know, man. It's just, there are some bands and artists that are just pricing people out of the market. And I think people are going to less and less gigs now because of the affordability of it. It's just like, the fees are extortionate. Like, you have like a booking fee, a handling fee, a processing fee, a freaking breathing air fee. It's like, what are you charging that for? And you used to get the physical tickets. And if you want a physical ticket, they charge like a £5 for it. And I'm like, I want it for the memory, but I don't want it that much. It's quite an inexpensive case that's going on. And there were talks of trying to split them up, so Live Nation should be its own entity and Ticketmaster would. I don't know if they're going to do that, because I think that was something they tried to do in this first trial run and it's not worked. I'm glad this is being addressed now, because for far too long they have taken the absolute piss, these two companies, and the problem is you have to use them to go to these shows and see these bands and artists, because otherwise no one else should be able to get tickets. So it's going to be interesting to see what this sort of next week of the case goes. And now there's like more than 30 states involved. It's like, it's getting quite big over there. And it's a case that's been going for a couple of years. I think it's just it's just come to a bit of a halt now, because I think they've got away for way too long. And, you know, when you've got the CEO of Live Nation, I think he earned something like I can't remember the figure. I think it was something ridiculous, like 30 odd million last year. And he's saying, oh, concert tickets are too cheap. Are you mad? You're a millionaire, mate. Of course you're going to say that. But I think that's why people are going to festivals over gigs now. Because at least if you go to a festival, you can see like 5, 6, 7, 8 bands for the price you would for one headliner and maybe 2 supports. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting subject. So I'm keeping an eye on because, like I said, that's why I'm not going to many gigs this year. Like for me, obviously, the last 2 years I've had like double figure shows. Like I think 2024 I did like 27, and last year I think I've done about 20. I think this year I've only got like maybe 10 plus 2 festival days, because it is getting to the point I can't afford it. And it's not only the ticket price, it's the travel, man, because the travel costs for London at the moment are a joke. So yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this. I might do a follow-up video when we know what the outcome of this next stage of the trial is, but I'm glad this is finally being sort of looked at, because yeah, they've got away with this for way too long, man. And it's one of those situations where I hope there's a good outcome, because otherwise less and less people will be able to go to shows, and that's a Saturday, man. Because for people like me, going to see your favourite band, it's an escape. It's a release from life. There's like a community feel to it. You're all there for the same reason. You can escape the bullshit of everyday life. So yeah, if that's sort of taken away, it's going to be quite a sad day, because it is becoming a thing where it's not easy to go to the shows anymore. Obviously, if that's the case, yeah, I won't go to gigs anymore, which would be really sad, because that's part of like what I do. It's part of my identity. But I don't know, man. I don't know who's going to win out of this. I hope it's us as the fans, consumers. We come out with a bit of good news. But yeah, for now, it's not a good time for prices for tickets, man. But yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on the story, and I will do a follow-up, because I do like these sort of discussion videos to sort of analyse it and just give my take on it. Let me know what you guys think down below, because I'll be very intrigued to see what people think, because from friends I've spoken to and people online, they've even said the ticket prices are just through the roof right now. It's actually extortionate. So let me know down below. I'll check out all the comments. I'll read them all and I'll reply to them as well, because people always do bring up really good points for stuff. So, but yeah, that'll be for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. If there's a follow-up, if there's more news that comes out from the trial, I'll do a follow-up. But yeah, that'll be for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you on my next video. Till then, guys, take care, and I'll see you soon.